Well, game 2 of our doubleheader getting set to get underway here as the umpires and coaches meeting at home plate. Vikings evening this 3-game series with a win in game 1, 7-5. Redmond rallied in the 9th, came up short. Augustana could have blown that game open. They had 3 opportunities with the bases loaded off of starting pitcher Nate O'Dall today and did not convert, but they got the runs when they needed them, particularly in the middle innings. In the 5th, they got 2 runs in the 5th, tied the game at, took a 3-2 lead. Redmond added a run in their half of the 5th to tie the game, but blew the game open in the 7th inning, scoring 3 runs in the 7th. Off a bases-loaded double by Gunnar Haskins. The big blow in that one. Redmond tried to rally late. They got a run in the 8th off of a leadoff triple from Ryan Kramer and a single by Cody Phelps, but then Nick Pierce grounded into a double play, and Schwartz grounded out to short to end that inning. The Redmond only plating 1 off of relief pitcher Malone. They got another run in the 9th inning and had runners at the corners with 2 out, and Malone was able to strike out Ryan Kramer to end the game to pick up his 6th save of the year, as Mike Powers won the ball game with a record of 5-1 now, ending the Redmonds' 6-game win streak. So Carthage and Augustana battling in game 2, the rubber match of this 3-game series here today. It'll be Vinny Rotuno pitching for the Vikings, and on the hill for the Redmond today, it'll be Matt Willett here in game 2. We've lost our sunshine here in game number 2. It's clouded over here in Kenosha. Temperatures in the mid-30s. Still that light breeze out of the north-northeast here in game number 2. Redmond take the field. As we get set for this one, let's set the Redmond defensively here. It'll be Colton Taylor out in left field. Clayton Taylor, I should say, in left field. Colton Klein in center. Ryan Dalton out in right. Phelps will be the third baseman, along with Farley, the shortstop. Kramer over at second. Schwartz will be the first baseman. Bergstrom will catch, and on the hill will be Willett. There's the batting order for the Redmond. Colton Klein will lead off and play center. Kramer batting second at second base. Cody Phelps at third. Nick Pierce will DH here in the game and bat cleanup. Vince Schwartz at first, hitting 5th. Ryan Dalton in right field batting 6th. Hitting 7th will be Clayton Taylor, the left fielder. Batting 8th, Miles Farley, and Ricky Bergstrom will catch the game and hit 9th for the Redmond. Batting order for the Vikings: Carter Amundsen in right, Jack Hallmark at third, Haskins at first. Leffel will bat cleanup and play center. Mitchell Owens will get in as a DH. Tyler Nunez will play short. John Morosky at second. Clint Ugolini will stay in the ballgame and catch here in game 2, and Sam Byer will bat 9th and play left field. Willett on the mound for the Redmond.
On the mound for game 2 for the Redmond, number 30, Matt Willett. Leading off for the Vikings, Carter Amundsen.
Willett, 6 2/3 in the game against Illinois Tech his last time out. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. They were earned, and the first pitch missing outside. Ball 1. We are underway here in game 2 of our doubleheader in Kenosha. Amundsen was 0 for 3 in game 1. Check that, 1 for 3 in game 1. He scored 2 runs. He's behind, or ahead in the count, I should say, 2-0. Willett deals on the inside corner, delayed strike call. There you get a nice profile look of Willett on the mound. Pitch rides inside, 3-1. Willett 2-1 on the season with a 5.03 earned run average. 19 2/3 innings, 18 hits, 11 earned runs. Called strike 2. So the count full now to leadoff man Carter Amundsen. Opponents are hitting .243 off Willett, and swing and a miss. Willett gets a strikeout to begin game number 2. Bring up the third baseman, Jack Hallmark. Hallmark reached base 4 times in game 1 without a hit. He walked twice, was hit by a pitch, and reached on an error. He laid down 2 sacrifice bunts in that game 1. And Willett ahead now 0-2. If you're with us in game 1, it was Hallmark's drop of a foul pop-up behind third base that allowed Pierce to remain at the plate. Eventually singled and came in on the Vince Schwartz 2-run homer that gave the Redmen a brief 2-1 lead. Willett out of the stretch, spiked that one in. 1-2. Again, Bergstrom behind the plate here in game number 2. Pierce will DH today for the Redmen in game number 2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Willett. So Willett now with 14 strikeouts on the season to go with 7 base on balls. Out of Maine South delivers the first pitch here to Gunnar Haskins in their first strike. Haskins 3 for 4 with 4 driven in game number 1. It was his double with the bases loaded in the 7th inning, the big blow that blew that game open at the time, gave the Vikings a 7-3 lead. Flies that one to right. Dalton finds it and makes the play. 3 up, 3 down go the Vikings here in their half of inning number 1. We head to the bottom half of the first. The Redmen coming to the plate. Once again, here's the batting order for the Redmen here in game number 2. It'll be Colton Klein leading off and playing center field. Ryan Kramer will bat second and play second base. Cody Phelps, the third baseman, will hit third. The designated hitter and cleanup man today will be Nick Pierce. Vince Schwartz will hit fifth and play first base. Ryan Dalton in right field, batting sixth. Hitting seventh will be Clayton Taylor, the left fielder. Miles Farley at short, and Ricky Bergstrom catching today. Defensively for Augustana, they line up like this. Beyer in left, Leffel in center, Amundsen in right. Hallmark, Nunez, Moraski, and Haskins are infield third to first. Ugolini catching game number 1. And Vinny Rotuno is the pitcher for Augustana. Rotuno making his 5th appearance with a record of 2-2. He has started 3 games now for Augustana. 17 innings, 19 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned. He has walked 6, struck out 17. His last outing was 1 inning of relief against Wheaton on Friday the 30th of March. gave up 2 hits and 3 runs in a 14-11 loss to the Wheaton Thunder. So it'll be Colton Klein to face Rotuno to lead things off for the Redmen in the bottom half of the first inning. Klein in game 1, 2 for 5. RBI single in the 9th, scored a run in the 5th inning of game number 1. And the first delivery by Rotuno shoots the corner and hits. 0-1 to Colton Klein. Klein 378, 1 home run, 17 driven in now. On the corner, 1-2. Colton Klein trying to get things going for the Redmen. Takes that one high and tight, works the count to 2-2. A couple of nice plays in the outfield in game number 1 by Klein. Saved a couple of runs, drives that one into left center for a base hit. His 3rd hit in the doubleheader, leads things off for the Redmen here in the bottom half of the first inning. Klein in this series now 5 for 10. 3 runs scored and 2 driven in by Klein. This will be Ryan Kramer, the second baseman. Missing for a ball, ball 1. Kramer in game 1, 1 for 5 with a run scored. Led off with a triple in the 8th, came in on the Phelps single and made it a 7-4 ball game. Fouls that one away to the right side, 1-1 the count. Redmen winning the single game yesterday, 5-1. Complete game victory for Tiber as Klein dives in safely. Redmen suffering their first conference loss in game 1. Now 4-1 in the league. The pitch. Nice stop by Ugolini. See if Kramer gets a good pitch to hit here. Sitting in ahead, 2-1. Klein takes his lead at first. He's going. Swung on, a hit and run, but it's fouled straight back. Count even now at 2-2 to Ryan Kramer. Colton Klein leading off with a single to left. Takes his lead at first. Not going here. The pitch missed outside, 3-2. Pretty good pitch. New life for Kramer here. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Klein with the lead not going. The pitch grounded sharply to first. Foul. Rotuno wearing those socks up high. Got that Adam Wainwright look going for him. There goes Klein, swing and a miss by Kramer. The throw down in time for the double play. A strike him out, throw him out. 2-4, 2 gone. Now, it's not often the Redmen run on the base paths. That time they ran into a double play. This isn't a team that effectively manufactures runs. First pitch to Phelps in their first strike, 0-1. Phelps 2 for 4 in game one with a pair of RBIs. An RBI single in the 8th, an RBI single in the 5th. Ground sharply to third, dropped by Hallmark, picks it up, throws across, and stayed on the bag for the out, did Hoskins at first base. So leadoff single wasted here by the Redmen. No runs on one hit. The double play means nobody left. We head to the second inning, no score. Leffel, Owens, and Nunez here in the second for Augustana. Willett able to retire the side in order in the first with a pair of strikeouts. Works from the stretch with the bases empty. Facing Leffel. And the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Leffel 0 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored in game one. Missing low. 1-1 the count. Leffel drove in Amundsen from third on a foul fly that Phelps chased down near the bullpen in left field with his back to the infield. That's one of those, are you better off letting that one fall? Grounded to second and Kramer. Up with it, one gone. Here's Mitchell Owens, the designated hitter. Owens played Saturday in the single game yesterday, struck out twice. Gave way to Ugolini in the seventh of that ball game. Still looking for his first hit of the year. Willett delivers the 1-1. Missed low, 2-1. Owens, despite not being with a hit, has one run batted in. Popped it up behind the plate. Bergstrom makes the catch right in front of Phelps as they collide in front of the on-deck circle, in front of the Augustana dugout. Bergstrom makes the play, 2 gone. Brings up Nunez, the shortstop. Nunez 1 for 4 in game one. Also walked and hits that one foul just in foul territory, past the third base bag. Saturday, Nunez 3 for 4, 3 singles in that 5-1 loss to the Redmen in the single game yesterday. Gets the ball in and over. Willett out in front now, 0-2. 2 out, we're in the top of the second. Sharply to Farley. Shortstop up with it. Across the diamond, 3 up and 3 down. Go the Vikings here in the second. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bottom of inning number 2 coming up. No score. Bottom of the second for the Redmen, it'll be Pierce, Schwartz, and Dalton due up. Scoreless ball game. Redmond with the only hit, the leadoff single by Klein in the first.
The designated hitter, Nick Pierce.
Nick Pierce. 1 for 4 in game number 1. First offering by Rotuno, in and over on the outside corner, strike 1. Well, after Kramer tripled and scored on the single by Phelps, Pierce grounded into that 5-4-3 double play, and any momentum the Redmen had in that 8th inning, air was let out of the balloon there. Tuna missing outside. Pierce doing the designated hitting. He's primarily the catcher. Drives that one hard into center. Leffel going back, still going back to the wall. Makes the catch right in front of the wall and straightaway center field. Well, Pierce got it all, just not enough. Long out to start this second inning. And no breeze at all here, very little. Looking at the flagpoles out beyond left field, just flags hanging limp here in game number 2. Breaking ball up in the zone. That's going to be driven into right for a base hit for Vince Schwartz. The leading hitters in the conference in Schwartz.
Now batting the right fielder.
Now 3 for 5 in this doubleheader. Ryan Dalton stepping in, the right fielder. Dalton 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch. Only time he reached base in game number 1. Carthage going after the split. Lost game 1, 7-5. They'll play at North Park on Tuesday. Time called by the umpire as the pitcher was in the stretch position. About to deliver that ball. Late timeout called behind the plate. Rotuno's pitch missing inside. 2-0 the count to Dalton. .373 hitter coming in. Leads the team with 6 home runs. Took something off of that one, got it over the corner, 2-1. The pitch by Rotuno, down low, 3-1. 1 out here in the second inning. Schwartz on at first with a 1-out single. On the outside corner. Full count now. See if Schwartz takes his lead over at first. We'll see if he goes here. Holding. Foul ball. The coach's box at third. Again, Rotuno, his best outing was against St. Mary's of Minnesota back in early March. 8 innings, 2-run game, and issues a walk here to Ryan Dalton. Puts runners at first and second and 1 out. And here's Clayton Taylor. Taylor, a junior, hitting .261. 1 home run, 5 RBI. First plate appearance in this series, takes that one high. Rotuno checks the runner at second. Smashed foul into the bullpen and left. Clayton Taylor out of Springfield, Illinois. Attended Sacred Heart Griffin High School. Three-year letter winner in baseball. Has a 1-1 count here. The pitch by Rotuno, fouled straight back. He's ahead of him now, 1-2. Picked up a couple of hits against Fontbonne down in the St. Louis trip earlier in March, did Taylor. Off-speed pitch called, strike 3. Not much of a signal by the home plate umpire. But Taylor called out on strikes. Big out there, 2 out. Runners at first and second now for Miles Farley, the shortstop. Farley 0 for 3, game 1. Takes a curveball in for a strike. Gave way to Godlewski. Joe Godlewski pinch hit for him in the 9th. Reached on a single. Rotuno checks the runner at second. Schwartz, the pitch outside, 1-1. Schwartz reached on a single. Dalton on at first with a walk. Rotuno gets his sign. Again, the check of Schwartz at second. Curveball in there, nice one. Dropped that one in on the outer half of the plate. Gets ahead of him now, 1-2. Hung one and tried to stay with it, fouled it off to the right side. It's going to drift just beyond the Carthage dugout. New life for Farley here. The 1-2 pitch by Rotuno. Grounded through the hole into left field for a base hit. Schwartz rounding third. There'll be a play, cut off. Schwartz slides in home. The Redmen lead 1-0. Farley with an RBI single. Scoring Schwartz from second base. Dalton advances to second. Bergstrom, the catcher, coming up, the number 9 hitter. So for Farley, that's his 12th run batted in on the year.
Now batting the catcher, Ricky Bergstrom.
Here's Ricky Bergstrom, the catcher, hitting .238, making his 7th start behind the plate. No home runs, 1 run driven in, takes the first pitch high. First appearance in the series for Bergstrom. On the corner for a strike. Bergstrom out of Wadsworth. Warren Township High School. Sophomore. Just got a piece of it. 1-2. First full season of varsity action for Bergstrom. Got a couple of hits last weekend against Illinois Institute of Technology. Sitting with a 2-2 count. Pitch outside corner for a called strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the ball game for Rotuno, and that retires the side. But the Redmen score a run on 2 hits, the RBI single by Farley, and 2 men left. Heading to the 3rd inning, Redmen with the lead, 1-0. Top half of the 3rd inning for the Vikings. Bottom third of the order, Moraski, Ugolini, and Byer. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here for Augustana. They trail 1-0.
Leading off the second baseman, John Moraski.
Here's John Moraski, the second baseman. 3 for 4 in game number 1, takes a strike. Upped his average to 296 now. Drove in a pair, and now in the hole 0-2. 2-run double in that 5th inning of game number 1. Did a pair of doubles now in game 1. Four doubles on the year. Grounded to Farley at short. Quickly across, got him. Moraski hustling down that line. Farley able to throw him out. Clint Ugolini, the catcher. Came on as a pinch hitter for Nick Kirk, the designated hitter. Grounds that one sharply to Schwartz at first, unassisted. Quickly 2 out here in the 3rd inning. Brings up the left fielder, Sam Byer. Byer 0 for 4 in game number 1. Placed Ryan Karras yesterday in the 4th inning after Karras injured himself running the bases. Running to first, actually. And Willett, not wasting any time, jumps ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Second, making it the 3rd strikeout of the game for Willett. He's retired the side in order the first 3 innings. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bottom of inning number 3, Redmen 1, Augustana 0. Colton Klein will lead it off for the Redmen here in the top half of inning number bottom half of inning number 3. Lined a single to start the ball game in the 1st. Men's lacrosse going on down in Bloomington. About 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Wesleyan leading Carthage 26-10. Rotuno, the 0-1 pitch, quickly in front of Klein now, 0-2. Mentioned Klein with a nice series. 5 for 10 now. 3 runs scored. Driven in 2. Another line shot. That's going to curl back to the left fielder, slicing right back to the charging Weiser in left. Made good contact, but Weiser able to track it down. 1 gone here in the 3rd for the Redmen. Brings up Ryan Kramer. He has struck out 4 times now today, 3 in game 1. Takes a curveball high. Tripled and scored that run in the 8th inning of game number 1. Came in on the Cody Phelps single. After a leadoff triple to begin the 8th inning. On the corner. 2-1 the count to Ryan Kramer. Tuno missing outside. 3-1. Kramer, the player of the week in the CCIW, draws a walk. Second walk issued by Rotuno.
Third baseman Cody Phelps.
Brings up Phelps, the 3rd baseman. Grounded out to Hallmark over at 3rd. Back in the 1st inning. Curveball into right field. Amundsen giving chase, makes the catch, 2 gone. Brings up Pierce, the designated hitter. Pierce 0 for 1. Hit a long fly ball to the warning track in center field. Leffel was able to track down a couple of steps short of the wall. That was back in the 2nd inning. Throw to first. Kramer back in plenty of time. Kramer not a real threat to go, just 1 stolen base and 1 attempt this year. Again, this Redmond team, not really a team that's going to manufacture runs. They're going to bring the sticks to the plate and club their way through ball games. One tap foul at the plate. Evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Time called by the home plate umpire. Well, Brady Lindsley in the women's tennis team picking up a 9-0 win over UW Oshkosh up in Neenah today. Attaboy, Brady. And driven to center. Leffel coming on. Makes the play. The side retired. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 man left. We head to the 4th inning. Carthage with a 1-0 lead. Well, Matt Willett on the hill for inning number 4 for the Redmen. Moving this game right along. Top of the order, Amundsen, Hallmark, and Haskins due up here for the Vikings. They trail 1-0. Amundsen struck out back in the 1st. 1 of 3 so far today by Willett. Squares around to bunt, foul. Amundsen coming into the game, their team's leading hitter at .347. He and Jack Hallmark right at the top of the order. 1 and 2 in batting average. No one missing outside, 1 and 1. 10 doubles for Amundsen this year. He's ahead of him now, 2 and 1. Shoots the knees and got the call. Count even at 2 and 2. Fouled sharply down the third base line. Skips into the just short of the bullpen and left. Overcast here in game number 2. The light northeasterly wind, but temperature still only in the mid-30s. Got around on that one. Look out. Turned on a fastball there a little early. Chopper foul. Phelps able to pick it up behind the coach's box at third. Remains 2 and 2. Carter Amundsen. Women's tennis, a winner over Oshkosh today, 9-0. That one inside. Did it catch him? It did. Hit by a pitch to start the fourth here, Carter Amundsen. Augie. So Augie with a runner on now. Amundsen hit by pitch. Hallmark, strikeout victim in the first, steps in. First base runner today for the Vikings here in game 2. Missing outside, 2-0 now. Willett falling behind the first two hitters. Got that one in. Makes it a 2-1 count here to Jack Hallmark. Amundsen with a pretty good lead at first. There he goes. Hit and run foul. Amundsen 3 out of 4 in the stolen base category. Returns to first. Takes his lead now. Willett delivers a ball outside. Count is full now, 3 and 2. Amundsen going on the pitch, driven into right center field. Dalton will make the play, and getting back to first is Amundsen. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting the first baseman, Gunnar Haskins.
Gunnar Haskins, the first baseman, stepping in. He flied out to Dalton in right field back in the first. Willett will toss over. Amundsen back. Amundsen not going. Breaking ball missing. 1-0. Haskins now hitting .300 for the year, an even .300. Coming into the game, runner going. The throw down by Bergstrom is in time to get him. Perfect throw by Bergstrom to the second base side of the bag, first base side of the bag at second. And Amundsen caught stealing. Base is empty now and 2 gone. Amundsen actually tagged himself out that time. The throw was that perfect. All Farley had to do was put the glove in front of the bag. In there first strike, the automatic 3-1. Lost him. First walk issued by Willett to go with a hit batter here in this inning. So runner at first and 2 out. Leffel, the center fielder. Leffel, a ground out in the second to Kramer. Haskin takes his lead, breaking ball in there, nice one. 0-1 the count to Leffel. Willett works fast, doesn't waste any time. Falls, evens the count now 1-1. Runner not going, the pitch grounded foul, first base side. Willett in front now, 1-2. Outfield straightaway. Pitch behind. Did it hit him or not? It did hit him. Not much of a signal there by the home plate umpire. Second hit batter by Willett here in this inning.
Now batting the designated hitter, Mitchell Owens.
Willett now with 5 hit batters on the season. So brings up Mitchell Owens, the designated hitter. Fouled out to Bergstrom, the catcher, back in the second inning. Haskins with the lead at second. Leffel off at first. Foul at the plate. Schwartz playing behind the bag now. Kind of sneaks in and backs up. Over at first. Pitch high, even now, 1-1. Willett falling behind here now, 2-1. Hard to center, but right at Klein. He'll make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, a walk and 2 hit batters, 2 men left. Bottom of inning number 4, Redmond with the lead, 1-0.
Leading off with the first baseman, Vince Schwartz.
Vince Schwartz, the first baseman, to lead off the 4th for the Redmen. They lead it by a score of 1-0. 1 run on 3 hits for the Redmen. No runs on no hits for Augustana. Schwartz hit his first home run of the season back in game number 1. Takes a strike. Count even now at 1-1. Vinny Rotuno, the pitcher for Augustana. Rotuno and Ugolini, your battery today. I think I'll eat Italian tonight. Grounded to the shortstop. Nice play by Nunez. Gets up with it and throws. Good stretch and a pick at first by Haskins to get Schwartz. One gone here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Ryan Dalton, the right fielder.
Now batting the right fielder, Ryan Dalton.
Reached on a walk. Single to second on the RBI by Miles Farley back in the second inning. Ahead of him now, 2-0. Final down in Bloomington in men's lacrosse today. Brace yourself. Illinois Wesleyan 30, Carthage 10. Haven't seen much lacrosse, and just asking the guys up here. I believe that's a route. They tell me 15 is usually a lot in lacrosse. 30-10 was the final. 3-1 the count here. One out walk for Ryan Dalton. Second pass for Dalton today. Brings up Clayton Taylor, the left fielder. Taylor caught looking in the second. One of 3 strikeouts by Rotuno here in game number 2. High and away, ball 1. Dalton takes his lead over at first. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He wants to go to second for one. Bounced it in, and it goes into center field for an error. He hurried that throw. Rotuno had plenty of time. All he had to do was right himself and make a good throw. He hurried it and bounced it into center field. Around to third is Dalton. Taylor reaching on the error.
Now batting the shortstop, Miles Farley.
Fielder's choice in an error, putting Dalton at third. So runners at the corners with one out. Miles Farley at the plate. Farley, the RBI single back in the second inning. Laid off the high stuff there, 1-0. One missed as well. Rotuno falling behind. Some of the Viking fans here not liking call by the home plate umpire. Calls that one a strike. 2-1 to Farley. Dalton on third. Taylor at first. With one out here in the fourth. Rotuno's pitch in there for strike 2. Good pitch. Froze Miles there. Two and two the count to Farley. The catcher Bergstrom would be next. Then the top of the order for the Redmen. Runners take their leads, step off, and then look back to first. Nothing doing there. Here comes the 2-2, missing outside for ball 3. So full count to the hitter Farley. Dalton with the lead at third. Taylor off at first. Taylor is going. The pitch grounded sharply into left field. A base hit into the corner. 1 run's going to score. Taylor rounds second. He's headed to third. He's coming in. There will be no play. It'll be a 2-run double for Miles Farley, and the Redmen add to their lead 3-0. Augie sending the runner at first, Taylor, and Farley hit one just fair beyond the bag at third, scoring Dalton and Taylor. 3 RBIs in the game now for Farley, and it's the catcher Ricky Bergstrom. 3-0 Carthage. Pitch outside, ball 1. Bergstrom caught looking to end the second inning. Making his 7th start behind the plate today. That one high, 2-0, and time called. Ugolini out to talk to his pitcher, Rotuno. And time called now. Is coach going to come out and have a word? So Rotuno in some trouble here in the 4th, giving up a pair of runs. Redmond getting walk, the error setting up everything here. That one hopper back to the mound that Rotuno spiked at second and went into center field, allowing Dalton to get to third and allowing Taylor to reach. Farley made him pay with the 2-run double down the left field line. So a 2-0 count to the catcher Bergstrom, the number 9 hitter. Farley takes his lead at second. Pitch skips in, 3-0. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning, 3rd of the game, delivered by Rotuno. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Top of the order now in Colton Klein. Got activity now in the Viking bullpen. Looks like a right-hander up. Time called, and that's going to be all for Rotuno today. So a pitching change upcoming here for Augustana. Looks like freshman John Hayes going to be coming in here for the Vikings. So Rotuno, 3 runs on 4 hits through 3 1/3. And the new pitcher will be Hayes. John Hayes, 8th appearance. And a 3/4 to sidearm delivery is Hayes. 8th appearance, 7 innings, 3.86 earned run average. No record as of yet. In 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Hayes pitched in game 1 of this series, going 3 1/3, allowing 2 hits and an earned run. So Hayes out of Cherry Creek High School in Colorado, on in relief of Rotuno here, with 1 out, 2 on, 2 in for the Redmen. Top of the order, Klein takes slow for ball one. Klein 1 for 2 today. That was a single back in the first. They have a play at second, but Farley able to dive in safely. Farley driving in all 3 runs so far for the Redmen today. Hayes, a check of the runner. Sidearm delivery, and it's fouled left side. Once in a while he'll go 3/4, and then he'll drop fully down sidearm. Three and a third on Saturday. Yesterday gave up a hit and a walk in the 5-1 loss to the Redmen yesterday. Checks Farley at second. Bergstrom on at first, and again fouled away by Klein. He's behind now 1-2. Pitch by Hayes, grounded to second. They'll try for 2. The flip to the shortstop, that's all they get. Moraski had trouble getting that ball out of his glove. So Farley advancing to third. Klein reaching on the fielder's choice. They get the force out at second. 2 gone. Ryan Kramer to the plate. Officially 0 for 1. Walked in the third, struck out in the first. Looks at a breaking ball, late strike call by the home plate umpire. Farley with his lead at third. And that pitch hit. Kramer reaches for the second straight time, and that will load the bases here for Cody Phelps.
Now batting, the third baseman, Cody Phelps.
So Kramer on first, Klein over at second, Farley at third for Phelps. First pitch by Hayes, missing outside. Phelps 0 for 2. Flied out to right in the third, grounded out to second, or excuse me, the third base to end the first. Missing at the knees, just a little low. 2-0. On the outside corner. 2-1 to Phelps. Pierce would be next. Bases are loaded here with 2 out. The pitch by Hayes, high, slipped trying to throw that one. He lost his footing on the mound there. 3-1. Phelps should get something good here. Hayes does not want to walk in the run. Grounded sharply to third. Picked up by Hallmark. The throw across in time to get Phelps to retire the side. Redmen send 8 to the plate, scoring 2 runs on just 1 hit There was an error and 3 left. Redmen have stranded 6 here through 4 innings, but they lead it by a score of 3-0. Top of the 5th inning for Augustana. It'll be shortstop Tyler Nunez to lead things off, followed by the second baseman Moraski and the catcher Ugolini. 3-0 Redmen. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Redmen. Vikings, no runs, have yet to get a hit. They've committed 1 error. Carthage with 1 run in the second, 2 in the 4th. Willett, first pitch hitting the strike. Willett kind of survived a shaky 4th inning. Hit 2 batters and walked a batter, but got out of it. Fly ball behind second base. Kramer, the second baseman, is there, 1 gone.
Second baseman, John Moraski.
Moraski stepping to the plate, 0 for 1 today, grounded out to Farley at short. Squares around to bunt, got a piece of it, foul ball, 0-1. On the outside corner, good fastball there. Willett ahead now, 0-2. Chopped it past the mound to Farley at short. Quick throw, got him. Nice charge on the play that time by Farley on that slow roller behind the mound. 2 gone here in the top half of the 5th inning. Ugolini, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher.
Grounded out to Schwartz at first base, unassisted in the 3rd. Breaking ball in there. Bender at the knees that time in the outer half of the plate. 0-1. That one's foul. Willett working quickly now, ahead 0-2. Again, works from the stretch even with the bases empty. That one's driven into left, and that's going to go off the glove of Dalton Taylor, I should say. Chugging into second is Ugolini. Will be a 2-base error here, charged to Dalton, or to Taylor. All right, Taylor got there and just kind of nonchalantly put the glove up, and it looked like it bounced off the outer webbing on the fingers of that glove. And now a wild pitch gets past Bergstrom, and the Ugolini advancing to 3rd. Number 9 hitter Beyer at the plate. Each team committing an error here. Popped him up in foul territory. Phelps, the 3rd baseman at the coach's box, makes the catch to retire the side. No runs on 1, no hits, 1 error, a wild pitch, and 1 man left. Bottom of inning number 5, Redmen with a 3-0 lead. New pitcher on the hill for the Vikings, Josh Chamberlain, replacing Hayes, 3rd pitcher used in game number 2. A 3-0 lead for the Redmen. Chamberlain making his 7th appearance. No record, a 3.68 earned run average. Missing outside for ball one. Eighth relief appearance, pitched 7 innings. 7 hits, 3 runs, they were earned. 1 walk. Check that, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. That one grounded to second. Throw across by Moraski in time, and 1 gone here in the 5th inning for the Redmen. Pierce retired for the 3rd time. Brings up Schwartz. Singled and scored back in the 1st, reach base in the 4th. He raced by the shortstop. Popped that one foul. Falling behind now 0-2. One of the leading hitters in the CCIW coming in. Schwartz entered the game with a .431 batting average. Entered this series, number 2 hitter in the league at .453, right behind Jacob Langford of Carroll for the individual batting crown. Carroll 0-7 going into play today, conference. They lost a doubleheader yesterday to North Central. Popped him up into shallow right field. The right fielder coming on. Amundsen makes the catch. 2 men out here in the 5th. Brings up Ryan Dalton.
Now batting the right fielder, Ryan Dalton.
Dalton reached on a walk. Got to second on a error by the pitcher. Trying to turn a double play. Lines that one to the 3rd baseman for the final out. So 3 up, 3 down go the Redmen here in the 5th. We head to inning number 6, 3-0 Carthage. Matt Willett has done a nice job here. In and out of trouble here in the middle innings. Vikings have stranded 3 base runners here in the last 2 innings. Leadoff man Amundsen, the right fielder. Tried to snake one in there. The curveball missing inside, 1-0. Amundsen was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. Struck out in the 1st. Took something off that one, way out in front. 1-2 now. Redmond with 1 run in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th. Popped that one up on the infield. Kramer, the second baseman, makes the play. 1 gone here in the 6th. Brings up Jack Hallmark, the 3rd baseman.
3rd baseman, Jack Hallmark.
0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Breaking ball buckled him in and over. Now the hard stuff. That's just not fair. Buckled him on a slow curve, come right back with high heat in front 0-2. Spiked that one. We'll change up into the dirt that time. 1-2. Again, tried to snap that one in, missed inside. Had the batter backing out that time on that slow curve. Hallmark taking a step backwards. Grounds that one to Phelps. Got it on an in-between hop. Throws across. 2 gone. Brings up Gunnar Haskins, the first baseman.
Gunnar Haskins.
Haskins walked and reached second back in the 4th inning. Flew out to Dalton in right field to end the 1st. Breaking ball missing, 1-0.
Drive one, Gunner.
Driven to left center, that's trouble. And that's going to go over Taylor's head to the wall. It'll be the first hit of the game. It'll be a double for the Vikings and Gunnar Haskins. A 2-out double over the head of Taylor in left center field. First hit of the game for the Vikings. Now will it just settle down and get the hitter here? Leffel, the center fielder. Missed ball 1. Check of the runner. Smash line drive right to Kramer at second base to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit. 1 man left. They have stranded 4 here in the middle innings, have the Vikings. We head to the bottom half of inning number 6. Redmond with a 3-0 lead. Josh Chamberlain into his 2nd inning of relief here for the Vikings. They trail 3-0. Redmond looking for a split in this doubleheader. They won game 1, the Vikings did, 7-5.
Leading off for the Redmen, left fielder, Clayton Taylor.
Clayton Taylor, the left fielder. 7, 8, and 9 hitters to start this 6th inning for the Redmen. Facing Chamberlain. Taylor reached on a fielder's choice and scored on the double by Farley back in the 4th inning. Struck out looking in the 2nd. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. 3-0.
Good pick, Josh.
Right down Main Street for a strike. 3-1. Taylor starting in left field in this game 2. Grounds that one to Nunez at short. Long throw across, 1 gone.
Hey, good pitch.
Now batting the shortstop, Miles Farley.
Brings up Miles Farley. 2 for 2 today. Has driven in all 3 runs for the Redmen. RBI single in the 2nd. That 2-run double in the 4th.
Hey, get ahead now, get ahead.
Farley, that was his
That way, Josh.
2nd extra base hit of the year. He has 1 home run. It was his first double of the season back in the 4th. Check that, his 4th double of the season and his 7th extra base hit of the year. Heading the count here, 2-1. High and tight, look out. 3-1 to Farley. Chamberlain, the 3rd pitcher used here in game number 2. In their first strike.
Boy. Right down the middle.
Brings the count full now with 1 out. Nobody on. Spiked that one in for ball 4. First walk issued by Chamberlain. Brings up the catcher, Ricky Bergstrom. Bergstrom walked and was erased in a 4-6 fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. Takes a strike. Officially 0 for 1. Got caught looking in the 2nd. Farley taking his lead at first. Throw over. Farley able to get back safely. Again the throw over. Farley back standing up. Chamberlain delivers. Off speed in there. 0-2 to the catcher Bergstrom. Top of the order, Colton Klein standing on deck for the Redmen. Another toss over. Fouled straight back. In women's tennis with a win today over Oshkosh. Men's lacrosse falling to Illinois Wesleyan this afternoon. Men's lacrosse action 30-10. Runner not going. Breaking ball. Nice stop by Ugolini. Keeps the runner at first. 1-2 the count to Bergstrom, the catcher. Redmond will head to Chicago on Tuesday for a doubleheader. As Farley gets back safely. Play North Park. Augustana will have a home doubleheader Tuesday against Milliken. Pitch by Chamberlain. Again fouled straight back. Bergstrom hanging tough here with Chamberlain. Pitch high, the snap throw to first. Farley able to get back safely. And following the doubleheader on Tuesday, the Redmen will travel to Wheaton on Friday for a single night game, a 6 o'clock game, as Bergstrom has come back to work the count full now at 3-2. We'll keep an eye on Farley here with 1 out. Single game at Wheaton on Friday, and then a doubleheader here next Saturday against the Thunder. There goes Farley, the pitch inside for ball 4. Pair of walks here with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Time called. Looks like we're getting a pitching change here. Chamberlain going to come out. So Chamberlain going an inning and a third in relief. Hayes just 2/3 of an inning in relief. And Rotuno, the starter, just 3 1/3. So the Redmen cracking into that bullpen here for Augustana. It'll be Matt Hoban now pitching for Augustana. Hoban, a freshman right-hander out of Westminster, Colorado. Monarch High School out there. This will be his 5th appearance of the year. He has a record of 2-0 and a 4.85 earned run average. Hoban has pitched 13 innings. He's given up 12 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned. He has walked 8, struck out 13. The 4th pitcher of the game for Augustana. So Chamberlain goes an inning and a third and 2 walks. Those are his responsibility at first base. Top of the order we go here for the Redmen. It'll be Colton Klein.
Go get him, buddy.
Farley will take his lead at second. Catcher Bergstrom lead at first. First baseman Haskins playing behind the bag. And the first offering by Hoban on the outside corner for strike. Hoban with the look at Farley at second. Delivers. Down low. 1-1. Klein has reached base twice here in game number 2, reaching on a fielder's choice in the 4th. And a single back in the 1st. In between, a fly out to Beyer at left, a turn and throw to second. Farley back safely. The 1-1 pitch by Hoban. Missing 2-1. Runners hold. Pitch fouled into the screen. 2-2 now to Colton Klein, a freshman out of McHenry. Farley with the lead at second. Bergstrom the lead at first. Runners hold. Pop foul. Third base side. Third baseman Hallmark makes the play for the second out. Klein fouling out to Hallmark, the third baseman. Brings up Ryan Kramer.
Second baseman, Ryan Kramer.
Hit by a pitch in the 4th, drew a walk in the 3rd. Struck out back in the 1st inning. And Farley dancing around out there at second, drawing the attention of Hoban, gets it in and over for a strike. Two men are out here in the bottom of the 6th. Redmen lead 3-0. Running the 2nd. 2 in the 4th for the Redmen. Off speed in there for strike 2. Kramer in the hole now, 0-2. Big week last week against Carroll and Illinois Institute of Technology. Earned him Player of the Week honors. Hit close to .530 in those 4 games. Nearly hit him. 1 and 2. Farley and Bergstrom both reaching on a walk. Klein fouling out to the third baseman here with 2 out, 2 on. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. The throw down retires the side. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Redmen have stranded 8 here through the 6 innings thus far, but lead it by a score of 3-0. Substitutions here for the Redmen beginning inning number 7. Defensively for the Redmen, Marzouk now in center field. Dalton moves from right to left, and Klein moves from center to right field. Clayton Taylor out of the order, so it'll be Marzouk hitting in Taylor's spot. The number 7 spot in the batting order. Popped him up behind second base. Farley the shortstop with it. 1 gone. Matt Willett. 6 innings of 1-hit ball thus far. 6+ innings now of 1-hit ball. Lone hit. A double with 2 out in the 6th inning. Nunez, the shortstop, 0 for 2. First base side, Schwartz now in foul territory, makes the catch, 2 gone. Willett could use a quick inning here. Threw a lot of pitches in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings after retiring the side in order the first 3 innings. Bit of trouble in the middle frames, but some timely defense. A couple of clutch pitches. One 1-0 the count here to Moraski, the second baseman. Ahead of Willett now, 2-0. Moraski 0 for 2, grounded to Farley at short both times. Fouled straight back. Pitch by Willett. Curveball missing outside. 3-1 the count to John Moraski, the second baseman. Looking for his first hit here in game 2. Smash to left. And right at Dalton, who makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Vikings here in the 7th. We head to the bottom half of inning number 7. Time for a stretch. The Redmen lead it by a score of 3-0. Bottom of inning number 7 for the Redmen. Matt Hoban, 4th pitcher used by Augustana today on the hill. Be the middle of the order here for the Redmen in the 7th inning. Phelps, Pierce, and Schwartz, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. 3 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Redmen. No runs, 1 hit, and an error for the Vikings. Hoban's pitch right up the middle for a base hit. Phelps goes up the box for his first hit here in game 2. Brings up Pierce, the designated hitter. Pierce 0 for 3 here in game 2. Grounded to second in the 5th. Flew out to right in the third and flew out to center in the second. Phelps not going. Curveball in there for strike one. Tries to square around to bunt and fouls it into the netting. Behind now, 0-2. Oh and 2 the count here to Pierce. Phelps with a lead at first. Smash foul over the right side. That's going to find the river. Phelps with a leadoff single here in the seventh. He's leading off at first base. Oban with a check. Runner not going. Pitch missing outside. Ball one. Ugolini had been setting up as if to think Phelps was going to steal there. A little bit high out of the crouch that time, expecting Phelps to run. Not going here, diving back to first. Not going. Stayed back on the curveball, lifted it to right. Coming on, Amundsen makes the play. One gone here in the seventh. Brings up Vinny Schwartz, the first baseman.
First baseman, Vince Schwartz.
Schwartz 1 for 3 with a run scored today. Shoots it inside and misses, ball one. Again, it's clouded over. Breeze has died down. Still cold out there, though. Boy, it's in the mid-30s. Good crowd here for a Sunday game. Those that are here bundled up in 3, 4, maybe 5 blankets, sleeping bags, anything they could find. One hopper to the first baseman. They'll throw to second for one. Nunez relay is not in time. Pitcher covering the bag that time. Schwartz able to beat it out for a fielder's choice. Phelps erased. 3-6. 2 out, runner at first, and Ryan Dalton coming to the plate. Augustana manager, coach kind of checking out the play. Greg Wallace.
Now batting the left fielder, Ryan Dalton.
Umpire convincing Wallace that he was there to make the call and saw it all the way. So 1 on, 2 out. Dalton officially 1 for 1 today. And check down to the base umpire, and they said he went 0-1. Schwartz not going. Being held on at first by Haskins, and the pitch inside for ball one, 1-1. There you get a good look at Schwartz taking his lead over at first. And the pitch. Blooper down the right side. Second baseman drifting back into short right field, able to make the play. Nice play by Moraski. Amundsen was also there, but Moraski called him off, and the Redmen are gone here in the 7th. No runs on one hit. One left. We head to the inning number 8. Carthage in front by a score of 3-0.
Leading off the
Catcher Clint Ugolini to lead things off, the number 8 hitter here in the 8th inning. Followed by Bayer, and then the top of the order, Carter Amundsen. 94 pitches now for Willett, 62 of them strikes. Willett deals, liner into right center. Coming on as Klein makes the catch. One gone here in the 8th. Klein moving from center to right last inning. Dalton coming in to replace, moving from right to left, replacing Taylor. Marzouk now the center fielder. Grounded sharply to third to Phelps. 2 gone. Top of the order, nobody on, Carter Amundsen.
right fielder, Carter Amundsen.
3 pitches and 2 gone. 96 now thrown by Willett today. Right down Main Street for a strike. Good fastball that time by Willett. Again, works from the stretch. Regardless, squares around a bunt, drops one down. Tough play for Phelps. He'll get it away, but not in time. Amundsen beats it out for a bunt single. Second hit given up by Willett today. So a bunt single by Amundsen brings up Jack Hallmark, the third baseman. 0 for 3. Willett's first pitch taken high for a ball. On the outside corner, strike 1. Some activity now in the Redmond bullpen. Willett approaching that 100 pitch mark. Nice stop by the catcher Bergstrom. Prevent that one from going to the backstop. 2-1 the count. Amundsen with his lead at first. The pitch inside corner for strike 2. 2-2 now, 2 gone. Top half of the 8th. Redmond lead at 3-0. Amundsen not going. The pitch in the dirt. Another good stop by Bergstrom. So Amundsen now will be off with the pitch. 2 out. Full count. There he goes. Pop foul right side. Out of play. Hit the light pole. Did it get somebody in the dugout? It hit the light pole behind the first base dugout. The bullpen is just, the guys down in the right field bullpen are just rolling over with laughter over there. Amundsen again off with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, the inning over. Willett over the 100 pitch mark, preserves the shutout here through 8. 3-0 Redmond. Center fielder Jake Marzouk to lead things off. The bottom third for the Redmen here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Redmen. No runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Vikings. Carthage looking for a split here in this doubleheader. Marzuk takes strike. Trying to take 2 out of 3 in this series. Grounded to third. Another nice play by Hallmark. Into the dirt. Good pick at first by Haskins. 1 gone. Brings up Miles Farley. Farley has driven in all 3 runs for the Redmen today. 2-run double in the 4th. RBI single in the 2nd. To go with a walk in the 6th inning.
Now batting Miles Farley.
And the pitch by Heyman missing inside, almost hit him. 2-0 to Farley. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Vikings will have the heart of the order coming up in the 9th. Haskins, Leffel, and Owens, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. We'll see if Willett takes the mound in inning number 9. Three 3-0 the count to Farley. Ball 4. So a 1-out walk. Farley has reached base all 4 plate appearances today, game number 2. Brings up Bergstrom, the catcher. Pair of walks and a strikeout today for Bergstrom. Farley with his lead at first, not going. Bergstrom swings through a fastball. Looking down at John LeKay, the third base coach, gets his sign, going to square around to bunt. Pulls it back for ball 1. Farley being held on by Haskins at first base. Not going. The pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Good pitch there by Haben. Owen, a freshman. Has a 1-2 count here to Bergstrom, the catcher. Farley, that time called as Bergstrom backs out. Not going as Farley. The pitch outside. Nice stop by Ugolini. Two and 2 now to Bergstrom. Hoban checks the runner at first and Farley not going. The pitch missing. Looked pretty good. Must have been low. 3 and 2. We'll see if Farley goes here with 1 out. Hoban with a check of Farley. He's going. Fouled straight back. Hoban working from the stretch. Farley going again. Swung on and popped up. Middle of the diamond. Who wants it? Nunez, the shortstop, will make the play for the 2nd out. Farley was going on the pitch. Bergstrom right up the elevator shaft. Nunez able to make the put out. Brings up Klein, the right fielder. Klein has reached base twice today, a fielder's choice in the fourth and a single in the first. 2 gone, bottom of the 8th. And Hoban checks Farley at first. The pitch at the knees for a strike. Again, the Redmen in Chicago on Tuesday, a doubleheader against North Park. Single game Friday at Wheaton, and then a doubleheader back here at Augie Schmidt Field next Saturday. Hit hard to center. Leffel makes the play. No runs on no hits. There was a walk and 1 man left. We head to inning number 9. Redmond with a 3-0 lead here in Kenosha. Matt Willett on the hill here for inning number 9, searching for a complete game. He's thrown over 100 pitches here today. He has a 3-0 shutout going here in the top half of the 9th. He'll face the heart of the order here for the Vikings. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up: Haskins, Leffel, and Owens. Haskins broke up Willett's no-hit bid in the 6th with a double to left center. Starts him with a hook, missing outside, 1-0. I have to imagine Augie with a short leash here on Willett. Grounded sharply foul past the first base bag, 1-1 the count. Haskins on base twice today. Got through a changeup that time. Willett on front now, 1-2. Doing that all day, mixing speeds up and down, out and in. That one's tattooed to right. Klein on the run, off his glove, falls and runs into the wall. Ball at the warning track. Rounding second, heading for third is Haskins. The throw is in time. What a nice relay that time, and let's hope Colton Klein is okay. He is still slow to get up after getting to that ball at the warning track. Score that as a double. 9-4-5 on the putout at third. Zach Tav's out there to take a look. Training staff out there for the Redmen. Looks like Klein's going to be okay. He's going to stay in there. 1 man out here in this 9th inning. Tried to stretch that one out. That was a risk you take with nobody out. Redmond with a nice relay from Kramer, threw a bullet to Phelps right at the bag, and Haskins essentially tagged himself out. One gone here in the 9th. Leffel, the center fielder at the plate, takes strike 1. 0 for 2 today. Flew out to Kramer at second. Back in the 6th. Drives that one into right center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Marzuk tried to give chase and lost his footing. Klein playing a deep right field. Unable to get there. Back-to-back hits given up by Willett here. And this will be a pinch hitter. Graneman pinch hitting for Owens.
Pinch hitting for the Vikings, number 39, Ryan Graneman.
So Ryan Graneman pinch hitting for the designated hitter Mitchell Owens. takes a curveball in for a strike. Granneman in game 1, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 for 3. Reached base 3 times with that single, a fielder's choice, and a hit by pitch. Willett ahead of him, 0-2. Curveball in there for strike 3 called. Uncle Charlie came home to roost there. The slow curve gets Granneman. 2 men gone here in the 9th. And it's up to Nunez. That one hit him. Third batter hit today by Willett. Moving Leffel over to second. So runners at first and second, 2 out. John Moraski stepping in, 0 for 3 today. Moraski with no home runs, 9 RBIs on the season, takes that one off the plate, ball 1. Redmond looking for a split. Trying to get to 5-1 in conference play. Ground ball, shortstop Farley. Across the diamond, threw it away, a run's gonna score. Advancing to third is Nunez. It'll be an error on Farley on the throw, allowing the run to score. There goes the shutout. So still life here for Augustana. They trail 3-1.
Now batting the catcher, Clint Ugolini.
And Ugolini stepping in with runners at the corners and 2 out. So we'll see what we do here. Moraski reaching on an error, takes his lead at first. Schwartz will hold him on. The pitch missed outside, ball 1. Ugolini reached on an error. Ball glancing off the glove of Dalton, who was playing left at the time. 121st pitch by Willett is a strike. 1-1 the count. Augie hanging with the kid here. Ground ball to Farley at short. He'll flip to Kramer at second, and that's the ball game here today. A Redmond winner in game number 2. Farley getting the force out to Kramer at second to end the ball game. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. For Carthage today, 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors. Augustana, 1 run on 4 hits and an error. The Redmen stranded 10 on base. Augustana left 7 on base. Complete game victory for Matt Willett, the freshman out of Maine West. So Willett getting the split in this doubleheader. He runs his record now to 3-1 on the season. Redmond get the split. Carthage now 5-1 in the league, 18-4 overall. Augustana with the split today. They go to 14-7 and 2-4 overall. So a doubleheader split here today. Redmond lose game 1 7-5. Come back and take the nightcap 3-1. Redmond back in action Tuesday in Chicago, a doubleheader against North Park. The Vikings return home Tuesday, hosting Milliken. Our next broadcast of Redmond baseball will be next Saturday, a noon doubleheader against the Wheaton Thunder. And on Wednesday, don't forget, we've got women's lacrosse here at Carthage College at Keller Field, the women hosting North Central. For Mike Love, John Weiser, and the rest of our crew here at Carthage College saying good afternoon. Again, your final in Game 2. Redmond 3, Vikings 1. Carthage earning a split in today's doubleheader, and they take the series 2-1. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend.